Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode here in, well, the beater still, the Orange Foxes, FM23. Yeah, so finally, finally after last episode, we got a result we could actually use here against Calling IF. A first win of the season, at least in the league, 1-0. Can't really complain that we actually got the 3 points, but the morale was really poor, naturally, because of the run we were on, so it was still a tough game, so just winning it was an absolutely massive win. It wasn't a massive win here. Gabriel Christensen, one of the new players, our new player, is on the score sheet here, so that's pretty good. So that followed up with another loss. Nesby, they scored a goal from the highlight, actually, directly from the highlight of the game in the first minute or second minute. An absolutely crazy long shot. And otherwise it was a pretty tight game between equally matched teams. So, I mean, again, we couldn't get it over the line. We had plenty of opportunities in that game to get the point, but yeah, kind of disappointing not getting that one. But we got back in it. We got back in. We are up against Tisted FC in the next match, and 2-0 victory. Things went our way. Not only the result, but also the performance was pretty decent in this one. If we take a look in here, let's just take a look at it. As you can see, pretty damn solid performance from the guys there. 2-0. I can't really complain too much about that one at all. Yeah, I guess I guess it was worth waiting for. With the tactic or changing anything. It was the right deal, not changing anything. At least that was my thought after this match, and it didn't really do anything, and also winning the next one against B93. All right, so yeah, here we go again, another really solid performance and result. I did change a few things, I believe, in the last match, actually, or right after the last match. Something about the opposition instructions. We'll talk about that later on as well before we getting into the game today. But yeah, we did change a little bit here and there, and we have changed a little bit here and there. But basically, what I've changed is we don't really, mark the white players anymore. Well, that's one of the main things, basically. But yeah, again, important. I guess it was a very important decision to not change too much in terms of going for a completely new set of tactic, formation, whatever. I guess steady on, and we did get the results. So I'm very happy about those two results. Of course, 2-0 in both of them. That's fantastic. Then a result against FAM here, a 1-1. Not. I mean, it was a pretty even game, and. Yeah, both in result and in performance, it was very, very even. Let's take a look in here. As you can see, very even game in the XG and also the match momentum. I think the match momentum is a good indicator of which way or what team might have more of the ball and more of the attacking plays and all that kind of stuff, instead of looking up at actually the statistics over here. So I often look at the XG and I look at the match momentum to find out, afterward when I'm going back and looking at them to remember correctly. And in this case, what I also read down on my note was it was a very even game all over the place here. If there was a winner, it would probably have been us. I think we had the best opportunities from what we saw in the match engine, but 1-1 that's okay. I'm not against that. And the next one was in the cup against FC Midtjylland. To be honest, yeah, no surprise this year. I actually think we did all right by not letting in more goals than what we did here. So yeah, we had basically no chance. I think we had one chance, if I'm not mistaken. Basically one chance. So not letting them get too many chances and only scoring 2 was actually not that bad, but it wasn't great either. Of course, we played very defensive in that game. We actually were playing most of the game on that defensive tactic that we're playing. So the last game, Hilol, we have lost against them 2 times now. We also lost against them up here. Again, not great. This is the first game where I saw things that is kind of suggesting we have a couple of small tactical changes we might need to apply. Actually, I have already applied them. But yeah, that was the games that I have played since the last time, and you know what? I'm fairly happy with it. We only lost once in the league. 2 losses in total, of course, with that cup. But I mean, we already were. no matter what I did, I think we would lose that one, basically. I think we did fine in that one. But yeah, 1 loss, 3 wins, and... oh no, 2 losses. We also had a loss up here. So yeah, 2 losses, 3 wins, 1 draw. Acceptable. Absolutely acceptable. Especially seeing that we are also having a few games where we didn't concede anything. So I'm fairly happy with how it's gone, this schedule right here. So, we have a game today against AB in the league. As we saw, we also have another match. I actually forgot which one it was, but we have 2 matches in the league today. The first one is against AB. They are predicted 6th, but are sitting number 2. Yeah, it could be a hard match, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now, anyway, I have changed a few things, like I mentioned before, and the first thing is I moved the target forward down to be on support. And I have also moved the inverted wingback back to support again. I actually moved him up on attack for a while, and then he's back on support again. The other thing is the inverted wingback down here is on... Well, that's a new thing, the inverted wingback. That was a wingback before. Now, I've done this to kind of take advantage of this space up here, and also letting the ball-playing defender be a little bit wider, because... Yeah, I feel like because the Masila here is going so far up, he's right up next to the target forward when we are in control of the ball, and creating overloads up there with both the target forward and winger. And that leaves a lot of a gap in the midfield, and no one was really taking that space. The Carrilero was moving on the left-hand side, trying to close space between him, the inverted winger, and the halfback. And so we are kind of in need of someone going in there and taking the control of the game when we have the possession. And also, when there is a counter, having someone in there as a start out might be better than having him further out as a wingback. Because often we would see balls, I wouldn't say go right through our midfield, but often they did. Now is the problem, of course, they could go through our right-hand side, but often, if they are counter-attacking us, the ball-playing defender would actually be out there, and the halfback would also be somewhat more central to take care of the ball-playing defender's normal position. So, let's see how it works out. We'll see how the average, not the average, but overall the positioning is working out with an inverted wingback. It's the first game I'm gonna try it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's basically the things I've done in here on the instructions on this page. I have also gone for... What was it? I changed something. I forgot what it was. That's annoying. Right, the trap inside. Yeah, the trap inside is gone in both this positive mentality and also the cautious tactic. I don't think trapping inside is working right now, so I mean, it probably is working, it's just not working in this tactic. So we are gonna go away from that. I'm actually tempted to go prevent short goalkeeping distribution. Even with a mid block, I'll let my target forward go up and push them, so we will hopefully win the ball more often in the midfield by having a long ball go over the top. I think we will try that again, so it's actually going further back towards what we are using last season. So yeah, prevent short goalkeeping distribution. At least on positive. I don't know why if I want it on the cautious mentality. Probably not, actually. I think I'll leave it out on that one. But on this one, we'll save it on that. So that is, if I'm correct, I think I haven't noted anything else down on my notepad. So, you know, that should be about the changes that I have made. Not big changes, but support. You know, these roles, it will change how your... Yeah, how it all works. But of course, something over here like the mentality is of course a bigger change, but we're not going to change that, and we're not going to change formation, because overall I would say we are still looking alright. But we are still in the danger zone. Absolutely, we're still in the danger zone of losing too many games and then, you know, go down again. We are trying to balance it out here. Now, this is also going to be the players we're going to play for today's match, and now comes the other part of what I mentioned before is the opposition instructions. I have changed this quite significantly. Let's just plop them in to begin with. You can see this is nothing like before, because we are putting the pressure on the back line again, completely on the back line. Before we didn't even want them to push out on the fullbacks. Now we are actually doing that. We leave the defensive midfielders alone completely, all of them actually. If we look in here, you can see all the changes that I made basically. So we're still hot tackling on the midfielders, and we will mark the central midfielders as well. rather than marking the right wingers and the AMCs and stuff like that, we'll mark the midfielders instead. With our mostly it's gonna be our halfback and Carrilero doing that for a lot of the a lot of the time, and the central defenders marking a striker. So hopefully that's gonna help out a little bit. This is a more normal opposition instruction, I would say, more normal than compared to before. Yeah. Likely a more normal one, especially if you're going higher trigger than we are going pretty high trigger press, and if you're going really, really high trigger press, this is what you should go for. I was just trying something else before with the marking of wider in wider areas. It seems to be not working out for me in this formation and this tactic. But so we're back at what I would call a more normal kind of opposition instruction. So there we go. Let's get into the game, shall we? Let's see if I did everything correctly here. It should be... Okay, submit team. Oh, okay, good. We are good. We are good. We are ready to go. But yeah, I'm playing a lot with the same kind of players. When you're struggling, you can't really afford to change too many things. You have to play your best players and your best setup, basically. At least in my best opinion, you have to do that. Unless you're changing a lot of round, then by then using other players. But we are basically using our best players, and we're using them every single time we can use them. So I just can't afford to not do that. And we do have a bit of rotation, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot this season. But yeah, here we are. We are off. Are we playing on... We should be playing on extended, yes.
And he's going long.
All right. So hopefully what we have changed will... I think the most important thing to look at here is probably the inverted wingback, how he is positioning himself throughout this game. Good opportunity here. Andersen, round ball. I think Sahin would. Maybe he wasn't really there, but I thought he would go up and jump towards it, but he just let it pass. Alright, let's see. As you can see, right, if we pause it here, you can see the inverted wingback is still out wide, but this is the average positioning also when he's defending. And when he's defending, he's definitely gonna go back towards a more fullback kind of situation or wingback kind of situation. But when we are in position, he will both dribble inside and he will also move toward more the midfield. But he's not really in the position that I like just yet. But as you can see, the Masila, it's basically a 4-1-1-4, right? It's basically a 4-1-1-4. I would like to make it a 4-2-4 instead, where this inverted wingback was a little bit further forward. But I don't think I can get him to get up there. That's the question. Can we get him to get up there? He is already on attack, so he is already moving forward. I don't see it. I don't think there is a way to make him do that unless we are... unless we're pulling him up here, and I don't think that's a good idea. The alternative here is to move the Masila a bit back again, so we won't have that gaping hole in our, midfield. It's not a problem when going forward. It's a problem when we have to defend against a counter-attack. Then we have this extremely wide room over here where they can take advantage of our, holes. And I don't like that. I really don't like that, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe the Masila has to change slightly. Also, maybe just to leave some more space for the winger. It could be an area where we maybe want a box-to-box instead. I'm not against that. I'm not against the box-to-box here. I haven't actually tried the box-to-box much in FM23. It could be a thing. Could be a thing. Yeah, why not? Let's try it actually. Let's try and switch him over to a box-to-box.
That's another good win of the ball.
But... I then feel we should probably have one more on attack up here, likely the inverted winger.
Into some space.
Let's try that.
What's on his heels? Shade too heavy.
But that means we don't really need that inverted wing back, but yeah.
Going on here. Brought forward. He goes long. Try from here.
Okay, that's nice. It's a Sahin. Is now in a really good spot. Oh, we got a goal. The change didn't go through, actually. So, actually, let's leave it alone for now. Let's keep it at the Masila. Because that is what the Masila can do, right? He can find spaces in those half spaces, right? That's what it's called, the half spaces right there. That's where he found the space right there, in the half space. And you won't see a box-to-box that far forward in a counter-attack. That's fine. I'm okay with them shooting from that long out. I mean, some of them will go in, but it's not very often they will go in. So it's okay. Here we go.
Drives it
Mortensen, the inverted wingback.
And that has been cleared. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. All of it.
Ooh, he might have
it away. Does well to read it and
this might be a good game for the Masila. Andersen, and again we see, as you can see right here, we again see Sahin being almost the front player up here as a Masila on attack. So it is a front three with also the winger being pretty far up. It is a front three. The Masila on attack is definitely an attacker. Basically, he might be on the midfield, and he has to run a lot of meters. Right, he has to run all day long because he also needs to defend. And that's the problem right here. He's not really back helping with the defending. He's like waiting for the opportunity to get the ball or make a run again. In this case, we are lucky that our two other midfielders are taking care of things, maybe.
That's good pressure.
Nope, they're not. Quickly. And that is where he's kind of missing, but he is getting back now. So, you know, it's like that balance between, is he too attacking or do we need someone a little bit further back? That looked funny. I don't think I've ever seen the goalkeeper do that. Or that animation, that is. That looked a bit... that looked really funny.
Into the box.
Good defending.
Well picked out.
See if we can defend against this.
Lack of numbers here.
Maybe we should go back to cautious, actually, now when I think about it. We're 1-0 in front. It seems like they are really going for us right now. Yeah, let's switch it to cautious here. Yeah, they're definitely trying something. They haven't changed formation. Or have they? No, they haven't. They played this formation. They don't change formation very often, the AI. So I don't really have a lot of information going on with what they are changing on this kind of... Actually, maybe I should just get the advices here. Can I like move this down? Not really. But I think the advices might help me out because the assistant manager will notice things that they are changing, and that might help me out understanding exactly what is going on with the opposition, because they don't really seem to change formation ever. They might change a player around, but yeah, the formation and the roles doesn't really seem to change. So it must be what they have done this year. It might be more mentality-wise. It might be mentality and team instructions they are changing quite a lot instead. I think, because otherwise I don't understand what the AI is doing. But yeah, that was actually a quite good half here. I think we're going to go out to the second half with positive mentality again. But yeah, otherwise we're just going to continue. Let's see how the first 10 minutes go and then maybe move back to cautious again. But so far I can't really complain about, you know, where we are in the game. It's a very even game.
And he's managed to
get to
it.
He's in. Come on. Well done by the goalkeeper there. But yeah, again, the Masila on attack is the danger boy, or the danger man. He's the one making the run in that half space. We're looking quite good right now, so I'm just going to leave it on positive, and I thought that would go in.
Amazing!
Oh, that was close. Another chance here, maybe?
Plays it long. He's going after it.
No. Oh, could be a counter. Nope, we got it again. Handball. He's taking a shot.
Trying to get there.
Got blocked. But we're still looking like we are the ones that are pushing up on them, so it's good. Maybe we should make the subs now and go back to a more cautious mentality again. I hate that I can't change when I do that. That's so annoying. It's actually really, really... See, I can't click anything, right? And I think it's the same in the... Yeah, it's exactly the same in the normal skin. It's so annoying. So we had to wait for it, and then you can go in. It's like it's been there. I'm saying this so often in the SI forums. Could you please change that, because it's just annoying? And you know what? I never get a response. I've never gotten any response from any SI about exactly this thing, because it's probably one of the most small. You know, it's one of those small annoying things that you wish they would just fix. Right? There are so many of these small annoying things. But they never do. They never fix these small things, SI, do they? So annoying. Let's see. What are we gonna do? Sahin is a bit nervous. He's been playing all right from what we have seen, But actually, something I wanted to see now, and now we can see it actually because it is. You can only, and that's another thing. You can't go into the analytics, right? You can't see the analytics anywhere in the touchline tablet like in old days. You can actually see all the analytics all the time. It's not there anymore. You can see this, and this is because it's actually a skin. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be able to see all this. Thing is, can we get into the? I've looked at it many times, and I don't think there is a way to get into the analytics. And it doesn't make a lot of sense because on the sideline in real matches they would have analytics. They have tablets where all the analytics are on. So why would we not have it in this game? I do not know. So where is the inverted wingback? Is this the inverted wingback number 4? What number does Morten have? I do not even know, and there's no names here. So. The heat map is... Okay, he is number 4, so he is actually sitting in there probably a lot when we have the ball. Good. In terms of the heat, this is looking perfect, right? He's probably a little bit too far forward, but... Yeah, I'm okay. That is the Masila up there. That is number 30, right? Yeah, he's so far forward when we have the ball. He is so far forward, but this actually looks a lot more like something I was looking for. Maybe even the inverted wingback is a little bit too far forward, but I kind of like what I'm seeing here. So in terms of that, I'm not really changing anything. And we can look at all that after this match as well. What I was wondering right now is, who are we subbing off? I mean, it is the, 65 minutes in or something like that. We do have Sørensen, who is a little bit nagger. We might as well take him off. And Sahin is nervous. I don't like that. Maybe Christensen as the Masila. That could be good. That does make the halfback and Clemmensen, Svarling and Clemmensen to have even more duties when going backwards. So it might not even be a good idea. Because Gabriel Christensen is not very minded on. I don't think he's very good when going backwards. Now tackling 3, marking 3, positioning 3. Yeah, he's not gonna help out with anything basically. Maybe we only sub 2 here for now. We have 3 subs left then. For later on, let's see how it goes, because it could still be that we actually want to go on positive again and try to see if we can find a goal if they are nicely weighted pass. If they're getting one.
Has it out wide and in space.
I mean, they haven't had anything this game,
played
so
into space out
it would
wide.
Be unfair, wouldn't it?
This is promising.
It would be unfair.
Stubborn
That's
defending
fine.
there.
Can we win this? Okay, yeah, well, we got it away.
Takes the long option.
That's offside.
Heading backwards, deals with it effortlessly.
That's actually quite good defending. A little bit risky, but also good defending. Okay.
Early ball, looking to hit the front line. Pursuit.
That's fine.
Now they look
That's
to
not.
press on.
He got so much pace here, the Masila. Come on. Yes. Yes.
Well, he was never going to miss from there.
That was very easy. Just a long ball up to our target forward, heading it down for the inverted winger. The inverted winger with a brilliant pass into a Masila that had so much space between those 2 central defenders. That was perfect. That was pretty much perfect, right? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I might as well take this central defender off. I just don't... Yeah, maybe not. Nah, probably not actually. I'd rather take the Svarling guy off, because I think bolstering the midfield with a new condition or a player with full condition might be better than actually taking our central defender. Now, also because Brun Madsen is not a very good ball-playing defender, so I'll rather have him as a halfback and try and win that midfield a little bit for us instead of doing it from the back line. I think we can easily put Mogensen on, just fresh legs up front as well. I mean, I got nothing against what he has done, Andersen, here. I think he actually did really, really well hitting that ball down for the inverted wingback just before. But we're going to bring in new legs up front as well.
Picked off with relative ease.
Oh, this is not good.
Keeps the ball.
Okay.
Bright approach, isn't it?
That's offside. It's offside. Doesn't matter. It's offside.
Great reaction.
Good. It's miles offside. Wow. This was a really, really, really solid performance.
What can they make of it? Looking to hit the front line.
And I need to go in and find out exactly why this was such a good game compared to the last game we played. Because this was an absolutely stunning game by us, by all means. AB was number 2 in the league. And as you can also see by the match momentum, it looked really, really solid. Good XG. I mean, it's not good XG, but it's so much better than theirs because it was a tight game, as you can see in the XG. We didn't give away too many good chances or anything. Very solid. Let's take a look at that analyst data and see where the inverted wingback was and how it actually shaped our formation. Let's take a look at the average possession first for Lyseng. I don't really care about AB here. And then go back to where we changed, just before we changed the first time. Yeah, he's setting way further in here, Mortensen. Way further in. And that is, I mean, there is still a big hole in here, but that doesn't matter because before he would be setting out here. He would be sitting right out here. Now he's way further in. And that is making sure that, first of all, it's going to be easier to deliver the balls to him, but it will also be easier for the midfield to win more battles in there because he will be closer to the midfield when we lose the ball as well. The only problem is if they take advantage down our left-hand side here, of course, or right-hand side, our right-hand side. There will be opportunities for a winger over here to run in behind us. Of course, that's the... But I think this is going to help us out going forward, and it's also going to help us out when they try to counter us and do not get it out to a winger. Then it's also going to help us in this case. So that is pretty good, and the rest, well, it almost now looks like a 2-4-4, but I would still call this a 2-1-2-1-4. Nah, I don't know. What would you call this, right? Because of the halfback and how we are setting up our central defenders really far from each other. It's a very odd kind of formation, and it's something I've used for a couple of years in FM now, and it seems to be doing quite nice, right? But yeah, definitely the inverted wingback seems to be very important to get in there into the midfield. And also it left more space out wide for the winger probably, maybe sometimes pulling a midfielder up towards the inverted wingback, and that means maybe more space for him, or even for the Basila. I mean, the Masila role seems to be doing really well against this formation we were up against. Absolutely killing it in there, right? But yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Possession without the ball, as we can see, the inverted wingback is going back into that 4 line. So there, it's a 4-1-1-4 kind of, or actually a 4-1-1-3-1 situation. Still kind of asymmetric in its sense because the Masila is so far forward, even when we are defending. Yeah, but it's actually a little bit odd seeing it, right? But it works. It works. Maybe also because the target forward is on support, so he will also help out with the pressure. And that is... I'm worried about this over here, but as long as the inverted wingback can handle most of the defensive duties he has, and they're not going too often down this flank with a winger, then it should be okay. And that is the overall positionings. There is a big difference between this and that. Right? He's actually not that different, but the other ones are stepping up because we are trying to have a high line. So they are actually stepping up and stepping back when we do have the ball to make options available for balls played back to them. Very interesting, right? But otherwise, it's they're actually not far from their positionings. The Carrilero is going a little bit over to the left when we are defending. No, sorry, in towards the mid when we are defending. That's also good. Or he's going outside when we are having the ball. Yeah, it all seems to be doing quite how I expected it to do. Now, what about the movements? Where are we dribbling down? Actually, down the left-hand side the most. Okay. That could also be depending on who we are playing, of course. Let's take a look at the passes. We have already seen the combination, so I'm more interested in pass completed and see if there is kind of something we can tell from this. It seemed like that in this game we're actually going down the left over towards the inverted winger and the Carrilero more than we are towards the winger over here. The winger is not getting a lot of balls towards him up here. Actually, none. He hasn't received anything in the half spaces up here. But the Masila, we saw that. The Masila did get a couple in the half spaces here. But on the flanks, not really. That's more over here, right? More over here, but... Of course, a lot of passes in the midfield. That is, we're playing through the midfield and then pushing it out to one of the white guys afterwards, or through the mid as well. But anyway, that's not really giving us a whole lot of interesting things to look at. What about the possession here? The heat map could also be an indicator. Yeah, again, I'm feeling now we are going more towards the inverted winger and the carrilero when we play up through the mist. They're often gonna go into the carrilero and inverted winger, and then maybe switch it over to either the winger or the Masila. And mostly in this game, the Masila making those runs. That's fine. It's fine. I'm good with this. So very long. I feel like we needed to go. I mean, sometimes I will go do this. Not every single time. Not every single time I'm gonna record, I'm gonna go through these things. Alright, so next game here is against Skive IK or Idræts Club. Sports Club. Skive Sports Club. That's what it means, right? They are 12th in the league, right? They are predicted 8th, but they are 12th right now. They are piss poor. This is something we should be able to win against. Now, the problem here is that they are playing that kind of formation that we are not too good against. The two defensive midfielders with 3 midfielder or attacking midfielders and 1 up top. We have struggled against it, but we also do not use the same opposition instructions now as we did before. You're basically ignoring the defensive midfielders and just going for the back line and then marking the striker and triggering a press on the AMC when he do get the ball, and also tackle him harder. So that is hopefully gonna be enough. I believe they are playing kind of counter-attacking football, so we'll see how it goes. We're gonna go in with positive mentality. Same players as last time, except from Christensen is coming in instead of Laursen. He's gonna be on the bench this time around. But otherwise, same 11 or same 10 actually. Or maybe did Mogensen play the last one? Actually, I don't think Mogensen played the last one. No, he doesn't have a large match rating, so let's put Mogensen on there instead of Andersen just because we can. And see if he can do something this game as well. I mean, they are basically... Both of them are doing quite well. I think Mogensen is slightly better than Andersen so far, but they are very similar in what they do and how they do things and how much we get out of them. But we're going to go with Mogensen in this one then. So it's not the same 10, but same 9. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's go ahead, and hopefully we will get a win here, because we are at home against what seems to be the weakest team in the league. If we are not the weakest, but otherwise probably the weakest team in the league. I don't actually remember if we won the first game we played against them. No, I don't think so. Or did we? I forgot if we did win against them the first time. I don't think so, no. I think it was a 1-1. I think it was a 1-1. And here we are again. Let's see if we can win this one. I haven't changed anything, tactically. I was thinking about that box-to-box thing, and you know what? With how well the Masila worked the last time around, I think we're just going to stick with it here with the inverted wingback kind of covering for it in the midfield now. Okay, so they are going down our right-hand side here, and that is our worry area. But Mortensen is in a good positioning here, and Sahin is also in a good position. So in this kind of scenario here, this is barely I wouldn't say this is a counter-attacking play, because we were not really far up the pitch, so it's probably not counter-attacking, and that's why they are still in a good position here. Now it could still be dangerous. Let's see what happens. But it looks all right now.
Offside. He's left it here.
They said offside, but I'm not sure if it actually was offside. Mortensen heading it further forward. There was no one up there, but it's fine. He did his duty there. He tried to flick it on towards someone. No one was running in behind it, but it's fine. Nice. Sahin. Good positioning here by him. Clemensen, Ernebor. Cutting in, cutting out. See if he can get his wingback to come with him. No, he's going to go over to Mortensen. That's a good positioning by the inverted wingback. He's going to take a shot. I mean, the inverted wingback is going to go really far forward here in FM23, it seems. Really far forward on attack.
Delivers with wit, just doesn't give up.
That is not so far a problem. But I am a bit worried here. Okay.
Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Yeah, it's not the biggest opportunity in the world, but just a slight worried here about how they're playing right now compared to us.
Pinged forward.
Ooh, that's...
Over it comes.
Ooh.
Oh, that is special.
I mean, I should probably be worried then. how did we concede that? What happened here? So it's from a throw-in. Mortensen is where he should be. Our backline seems to be doing... I mean, he's pushing up a little bit too far, maybe, but... Nah, nothing here suggests that they are getting a goal from this, right? So what happened exactly? That is an insanely good pass, right? This pass from this guy Gadsden is brilliant. And then, of course, Peterson over here against Mortensen ran in behind him, and maybe Mortensen, yeah, he didn't follow his man, but it's a good goal, right? I don't think I'm gonna say that it's poor defending, more so than it is really, really good attacking kind of football. So I'm not too worried, but I am worried for us winning the game now, because that was not how I saw this gonna go down. But okay. Yeah, I'll sort that. That is not great. He is done for. We have, I think Larsen is... we could have put the corner. He's apprehensive actually. No, Larsen is gonna come on. That's not even... That's hurting our chances even further now. Do we need to change something here? No, I don't think so. It's way too early to change anything yet. I don't feel like changing anything. Again, I don't feel like that goal was an indication of how the entire game is going to play out.
Looking comfortable, playing with accuracy.
Okay. Good. See, there, the ball-playing defender was wide enough to handle this ball and not letting this guy go in, right? Because that is the winger, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe the AMC. So he was wide enough to deal with this situation when we were almost looking at a counter for them. But it didn't happen. Oh, there we go. Nice.
To plow forward.
Ooh, no one over here.
Getting to the ball.
That was well drilled there by the ball-playing defender and Masila, but there was not really anyone in the box to handle it. I mean, Ernborg was there as the inward winger. It was a little bit too late. Well done there by... He's actually been really good. He's actually... I'm sorry, I'm stopping it again. But I didn't remember his name. He's really hard to remember. His name is really hard for me. El Subahi. He's actually done really well this season so far. So him trying to...
In a position of comfort.
Do things.
With a searching ball. Doesn't give up.
Could be good.
Worth a try.
With the outside of the boot. He could even take it one step further into the box there before he's shooting. But no, he had to shoot first time with the outside of the boot. Stupid. But yeah, it is moving in our direction here to get a goal now. So
got a corner here.
See if we can get something from this corner. Come on. Come on, Monson. Come on. He's up against the small wingback over there.
Does well to read it and
intercept. Some other guy came back and helped him out, so get one more chance. This is an out-winger. Usually the out-wingers are not as potent as the in-wingers.
Here it comes. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
This time they defended it quite well.
The ball is out of play.
Yeah, we're not getting as many, goals from corners this season. We don't have Fister. Not a good half. Well, both yes and no, I would say, because in terms of how we played, it was okay, but they get one goal and all of a sudden it's not great. But it's kind of went how I thought it would, in terms of after the goal. That attacking play was just brilliant. It's one play out of the entire 45 minutes, and overall we were the better team, but we of course didn't score a goal, so we are behind. But yeah, that's how it's gone for a lot of these games this season, that we were the better team but we didn't score, and then they get one chance or two chances and then they score on a brilliant play or a lock on a free kick or something like that. So I don't see anything in terms of changing anything here at all. Just move on and play how we play here. Yeah. Dang. An injury to Clemison here. Another injury, actually. So let's bring in... I'm actually gonna... Yeah, now... Let's bring Madsen. Sure, let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. He's not really that great, to be honest, but he's more a ball-winning midfielder than anything. He's not really a carrilero, but he's fast enough to be a carrilero. The carrilero needs to move around quite a lot, so he's physical enough to do that. But otherwise, he's not really a brilliant player. Yeah, annoying. Another sub already. We actually only have one sub window left, so we can only... Next time we're gonna sub, we have to sub 3 times. Otherwise, we can't sub all of them. Come on, get us a goal. Come on. Come on, Monson. Earn ball.
Well to read it and intercepts.
Peterson.
Good save, really
I mean,
well read.
It's all right, but it's all right. That's the problem, right? We're doing all right, but we're not really getting it over the line.
Enticingly.
Yes, Lyseng. There we go.
Wonderful to watch. A quite brilliant finish.
I didn't actually see exactly how he got it over the line, but I mean, it was bouncing on the line for just a moment there, and I guess he pushed it over. Actually, I want to see that again. I want to see exactly what happened in there.
Crosses into the area.
Yeah, it was bouncing on the line, right? It was bouncing on the line all of a sudden, and then he was just the man to get it over. Good. All right. Remove team instructions, play for set pieces. Yeah, actually, I think that might be something we are looking at changing, because we're not getting a lot of goals from set pieces this season. So I'm going to ignore it for now, but we will remember that maybe for after this match. Anyway, it seems like they are having maybe a highlight here. That's not great.
Pings it in.
Okay. I mean, that's the the third highlight we're seeing from them. The one of them has been the goal, and then two other ones have been pretty meh kind of headers. So we haven't seen a lot from them compared to us. We're definitely the better team, but the problem is we're not winning the game right now. 73 minutes in. I think we're moving ahead with using 3 subs here. The question is, who are we going to take out? And it's also a little bit risky doing it this early, but I kind of want to make an impact. Ernborg has been absolutely piss poor. Let's move Kroe in instead. He's probably not as much as an inverted winger as he is a winger, but he is in need of doing it here. Hopefully. He's also very fast. That could help us out, coming in very late. I think Andersen instead of Mogensen. Just, again, fresh legs up front. Is there any of the... Yeah, Sørensen, he's done for. Sørensen is always done for when we're 70 minutes in. Blitzfeld coming in, that's fine. We do have that... Yeah, that might have been better, actually, to deal with that. Actually, maybe instead of Mogensen coming out, I could go ahead and do Wilkins and also Blitzfeld instead. So it's actually very defensive-minded, but maybe we are okay with this 1-1. I mean, I'm not okay with it, but, you know.
With a long pass.
Okay, could be good, could be good, could be good.
Gets into some space. That's not worrying anyone.
Oh,
a chance that their fans could not believe did not go in.
No, that was terrible. Lahin hitting the wall. See if we can get something out of this corner with Mogensen over there. He's up against the big boy himself, so probably not. Yeah, I wouldn't. Okay, they are taking their time here. Oh, he's getting in front of him. Oh, free kick. Oh, free kick. Okay, I thought it was penalty for just a second, but no. I mean, we're pushing them right now. That's for sure.
Just miscalculated. Saw that coming.
That's not the highlight. That's not the highlight. They're gonna go over the top.
Coaxed through there.
Okay.
Plays it long.
We're gonna go over the top. Mogensen down for Sahin. Further into the winger. Larsen, he's in. He's in. Well. He needs to pass it. Yes. Kroe. Yes. No. I mean, it looked good. It was good, but just that last piece, I thought it actually went in, but it didn't. Wilkins over to Mogensen. He's up again. Not the tallest of the guys this time, but let's see.
To get some whip on it, and that was somewhat errant.
All right. Mogensen down to Mogensen. Sahin. Another good chance. I mean, it's not for the lack of chances we're not winning this one.
A whisker high.
Yeah. I mean, we have done everything we could to win this one. Plenty of opportunities. Pretty disappointing that we're not winning it.
It's a loose ball. Go again now.
Yeah, I think it's over. Yeah. Well, we didn't get the 3 points that we deserved here. We're kind of... It definitely feels like we're losing 2 points here. Unless... it's not a chance. It's not a chance. This is the end of the highlight.
There's a long ball. Oh, it's terribly wayward. just miscalculated.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
He's got time. Racing over the bar. Oh, he cannot
We
believe that.
even get one last chance, and it's still nowhere near.
An adventurous pass. And back to the goalkeeper.
I mean, if we take a look at the big picture here, is that we are playing really well against a team we should be playing really well against.
That's a quick glance.
Unfortunate, they had one good attack in the entire game, and they scored from that. Otherwise, we would have won. Right? But yeah, so that is just what it is. What is going on with the overtime here? I mean, I like it, but yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. Not great, but it's not terrible. It's definitely not terrible. I mean, we are doing something correct in terms of our tactic right now. We're doing things good. It's just that we don't get the result we probably deserved here. But it is what it is, I suppose. Well, we are definitely moving in the right direction when it comes to away from the relegation zone, but I think we can still do better. Yeah, I think that both the players and the tactic can still do better in terms of points haul, but yeah, it remains to be seen, right? It remains to be seen, but I feel like we are doing okay right now. We're doing okay. So I think we just need to, you know, yeah, keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully at the end of the season we will be well clear of the relegation, hopefully. So when are we going to come back next time? Probably at the end of the preliminary phase here, I would say. Maybe B93 and Pram is going to be the two games that I'm going to come back for here. That's very likely. There is a long time before that is actually happening. There is an absolutely... I mean, there are months, right? We are in the 11th month here, and that is the 4th of April. Oh, the 14th of April, actually. So, yeah, there is that whole winter situation, but... it depends on how many things is going to happening in that winter transfer window, if I'm coming back earlier or not, because if there is a lot happening, I might want to talk about a lot of those things, but if not a lot is happening, then I'll probably come back down here, but we'll see how that's going to go. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will be back next time.